Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 191 of Why Did I Buy This? I started this series a few years ago to help my crafters figure out ways to use products that are in their collections. But this is also a great series for those of you who are wondering what you need to add to your collections to make the most of them. My name is Lindsay Mann. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator over 21 years. I love to craft and I love to get to share ideas with you. So as you tune in, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. Hello, April. Great to see you. So yes, please say hello. It's great to see you all. Happy Friday. I am playing with a very fun bundle today. I'm such a fan of things that are like nature focused. This one is a trees bundle and it is very pretty. So it does have a lot of different things that you can work with, lots of techniques that you can work with. And I'm going to be showing you a few of them today. So lots of fun. Oh yes, happy Friday indeed. Hi Sharon, good to see you. Hi Deanna, thanks for tuning in. If you want to share this video with your friends, you can hit the share button now. It's fun to get to see who's watching live. So thank you for watching and tuning in. Okay, so a few things that are coming up. It's October while I'm filming this, and until October 31st, we have a couple of promotions that are running. The first one is all of our kits are on sale. So if you have a kit that you've got an eye on, some of them are up, not some of them, they are up to 30% off. Some of them are 30%, some of them are 20 or 10. But kits are a great Christmas gift for people because they're all inclusive. Everything that you need to make the projects that are featured are all in the kit, including blocks if they're stamping, ink if they're stamping, a cute little stamp set. Some of them don't have stamping at all, it's just die cuts, and so they're really affordable. Regular price is $20, so they're gonna be on sale as well. So be sure to check that out. The second thing is that if you have some things on your wish list, or if you are wanting to make the most of your collection and be able to shop at a discount, then our Demonstrator Starter Kit is on sale right now. So what that means is you can choose $206 of product and you only pay $135 Canadian. This is amazing because you can literally put anything you want. It's a shop as you will kind of kit. So you're getting a whole bunch of extra things with the kit this month because normally you get to pick $165, so $206 is what you get to pick. The other thing is we have some online exclusives that'll be released in November. And as demonstrators, one of our perks is that we get to shop early with those. We have a pre-order. So if you wanted to be able to get new items in your starter kit, you could actually pick the pre-order online exclusives. So there's some Valentine's things, there's some cute little otter stuff. So that can all go in your starter kit. So be sure to head, I've got a link here in this video. Be sure to head to my store and you can shop for your starter kit. Okay, we're going to get started. If you place an online order this month and your order is over $60, you're also going to receive a little nifty gifty from me in the mail. So this is just my thank you for shopping with me, and you're going to get a full set of embellishments. So that's kind of a nice perk. Oh, and one more thing. I do have 3 of my mini catalog paper shares left. So these paper shares are all of the, here, I'll just kind of quickly bring one out. These are all of the different papers that are in our mini catalog. And one of the things that I do to ensure that you have all that you need to be successful is I include a cardstock base for each of the colors. So if there's 6 sheets of paper, there's 6 cardstock bases. So you're getting a whole bunch of cards kind of ready to go. Only $58. You're getting 58 sheets of DSP and 58 card bases. You can add on the embellishment package for $49 and you're getting half sheets of 7 different embellishments. So it's a great way to get all of the different bits and pieces from the mini catalog. And I'll include the link for registering for the paper share here in the comments of this video. Okay, it's time. Let's do some crafting. I'll do the awkward transition here and then we will get started. Oh, sorry, up my nose. Okay, there we go. So, sorry, pressed a button I shouldn't have. I am on fire today. Wow, this is great. Aren't you guys glad that you're watching? Okay, so let's get started. The bundle that we're playing with today is called Peaceful Evergreens. So here's what the dies look like. And then, yes, Jan I'm so glad you love your paper share. And then this is what the stamp set looks like. So like I said, it's a nature-based stamp set. It's got a watercolor sort of feel. It's perfect for techniques. I'm going to show you a few techniques today. And the dies both cut out the shapes of the stamps as well as add some extra things in there. And I'll show you how those work too. Okay, so let's get going. So I'm first of all going to bring in a piece of basic white cardstock. And I'm actually going to use my glass mat here. And I have 3 different colors. So I have crushed curry, a very nice bold yellow. I have pretty in pink, which is one of our in colors. And I just stuck my finger into the next color, pumpkin pie. So we've got kind of a yellow, orange, and pink. So I'm going to start with the pretty in pink, and I'm just with my glass mat here, which is now available. You can all purchase them. I'm just going to give a little press onto my mat, and I'm just going to, from the glass surface, pull the ink onto my card front. I love a good blending brush, and so it's fun for me to get to create my own backgrounds using these colors. So once we have that, I'll just give a little wipe off my mat, and now I'm going to bring in pumpkin pie. Okay, and same thing, we're going to use a blending brush here, and this time we're going to kind of come in from the middle to create that blended look between the pink and the orange. And you can even go right over top of the pink, and that really helps it to blend even more. And then we can bring in the crushed curry, and I'm just gonna tap that down here. And with my blending brush, we're gonna bring that over just like that. You can kind of blend in the orange with it if you like, so that we get this sort of blended triptych kind of look. I'm just going to quickly wipe off my mat, and then I'll just throw this on just so you don't get any glare. Oh, is Layton, Utah sunny today, Lynn? It's really sunny here today too, but cool, like we're talking 4 degrees. Okay, so here is what the background looks like. Sometimes when I have a little bit of the blending isn't as perfect as I want, I'll just bring in my alcohol and just give it a quick spray, and that actually will cause the inks to sort of mute a little bit and spread out. Now, once you have your background done, you can run it through the coordinating embossing folder. So this one is called Painted Trees, and it's got a beautiful tree look. And so all I've done is run that through, and there you can see is the textured background. Now, I wanted to make a silhouette look, so I used my foam adhesive sheets, and I put it on the back of a black piece of cardstock. And now I've got one of my trees cut out here, and I just used a pokey tool to poke out the bits that shouldn't be there. We'll just kind of pull those off. You'll be finding bits all day long, but that's okay. A reminder of the good times. So now we're going to stick that onto our card front. Now I have 3 trees, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to bring in now my, these are called the white loose snowflakes. And with my multi-purpose glue, I'm just going to add a few to the background. And again, you can do as many as you want, but just for the video, I'm just going to do a couple. So with my take your pick tool, I'm going to pick up the snowflake. I really love these snowflakes. So one thing I should add, if you do get the paper share and you decide to add on the embellishment package, then you're going to get a free set of the snowflakes included as a gift for saying, for going ahead with the whole package. So now we've added those. Now, I really also love, in sort of the same collection, it's called Peaceful Season, and this has a whole bunch of greetings and a whole bunch of labels. So you can see one of the labels is this Christmas cutout. And then there is a, hi Peggy from Smoky Lake. There's also a layering piece, so you could make that into a layering one. But I did do just the one, and I'm gonna skip ahead and show you the finished project here. So let me just move this stuff aside. And here you go. So you can see there's my other two trees that have been popped up with the foam adhesive sheets. I filled in the background with the snowflakes, and I added a bit of splatter because, you know, I love some good splatter. Here is that label from the Peaceful Season, and then I also with the foam raised the Christmas and then added the Merry. Now the thing that's fun about these labels is it's got the slits, so it's really easy to run ribbon through it. And I know this isn't a traditional Christmas color, but I did like that idea of the sunset and the snow falling to be able to create the Christmas card. So that's project number 1. Let me show you project number 2. So for this one, I'm going to bring in a stamp, and this is one of those stamps from the Peaceful Evergreens, and this has that look of being watercolored. So I kind of wanted to play on that look a little bit. So what we're going to do is bring in some old olive ink, and we're going to stamp that just like so. And we're going to stamp it onto Fluid 100 watercolor paper. So there we go. Now I will bring in my spritzing tool. I just have to figure out where I laid it down. There it is. And we're going to give it a quick spray. And I love how with watercolor paper, it immediately starts to interact with the ink and the paper to create that obvious watercolor look. Now, you can set it aside and finish your project, and then when it's dry, we'll move on to the next step. But I'm just gonna speed it up with my heat tool. So we're just gonna dry the water off of our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Do you guys have watercolor paper at home? It's like a go-to for me. I just love it for techniques, and it just does some really fun stuff. So this sort of takes the place of painting the ink on the paper. And I just like that you can see that bit of the ghost of the stamp in the background. Now here's another thing that you can do. I'm gonna take the stamp, I'm gonna ink it up again, and we're gonna stamp it over top of where we put that. So once again, you can kind of spray it one more time. I'm not gonna spray it a lot, just a little bit to kind of get it sort of interacting. And then again, you can set that aside or you can speed up the drying time. It's up to you. Now, we have these lovely dies. And so you'll see that there's one that coordinates perfectly with that. And so we're going to run that through the die cutting machine and cut it out. Now, another die that is included in the Peaceful Evergreens is this one. So it's got all these little polka dots. And what I did was I ran it through on a piece of 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I ran it through 3 times. And so then it gives you that little background with all the dots. Now I deliberately didn't poke out all of the pieces. I mean, you could kind of try to make it more even if you like. But I kind of like the look of it not being all poked out. So this is going to create our background for our tree. So let me skip ahead and show you the finished project. And here you go. So this is what it looks like when we've die cut it out. Again, there's a star that you can cut out. And one thing I'll point out is you can use foam adhesive sheets for the bigger things like I showed with the black tree on the first card. But you can also, if you've got a smaller thing, like I'm just going to show you quickly here. So here is our star cutout. And just, let me just do this on this piece of paper to show you. If you stick a regular dimensional on there and then take something small like the star, you can run that through the die cutting machine, and then it's going to size your dimensional so that it's not going to poke out the sides of something like the star. So you don't have to use a whole foam adhesive sheet. So if you didn't have that and you wanted to give that a try, so just on this side of it, you'd run it through and then it would cut out so that you don't have anything kind of bumping out the sides there. So yeah, that is project number 2. What do you think? Cute, right? Again, I love these labels from the Peaceful Season. Now, I know we're sort of at the tail end of our Halloween crafting season, but I wanted to do one more Halloween treat. I don't have a lot of little kids in my life anymore, so I have been sort of readjusting my crafting for the teenagers and the older kiddos in my life. My children are in their 20s, so I still like to do little treatos for them. But what I wanted to show you is this. So if you don't have the Pocket Thoughts dies, highly recommend that you put this on your wish list. It is such a great, versatile die set. I think it's one that'll stay in my collection forever. So I have cut out 2 of these pockets, and they're the medium ones. So I've listed for you here the size of the inserts that fit inside those pockets. So in our medium one, it's 2 1/4 and 3 1/4. And guess what? It just so happens to fit our standard size gift card. Now, here is something that when I first looked at it, I could not figure it out. I was like, wait, what is this? Is it something the trees are supposed to sit on? But then I kind of caught on that it's designed to make a bow. So those are the pieces that I used to cut those out. And I used just some regular designer series paper from the Color family, and mini glue dots are going to be your best friend on this. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dots. If you aren't familiar with these, they are also a must-have. You want to pull off the glue dot, and then you are going to fold it in half, just like that. So that's going to be 1/2 of our bow. We're going to do the same thing with the second one. And I'm just going to pick that up and fold that closed. So now we have 2, and we're going to use our glue dot. So simple. I love that we don't have to fuss with glue. And we're going to just close that. My daughter just got a banjo, and so if you hear banjo music in the background, it's just because her room is below my studio, and so she's practicing. Okay, this little square here is going to be what makes the bow look finished. So just like that. And then this little tag here, you can add on to make it look like it's got tails hanging down. So you could leave it like this if you just wanted the bow part of it, but if you want to do the tails, then you can add that. So this is going to go here, right? So now you've got that cute little 3D bow. Isn't that fun? So if you were wondering what those pieces were, that's what it does. And then you can even kind of curl with your fingers these little pieces just to add a little bit of dimension so they don't lay so flat. So that's what these pieces here do. Okay, so let's keep going with our Halloween treat, but we're going to use the Peaceful Evergreen stamp set. So I'm going to bring in some trees and the star. So, oops, the glass mat is loud. I'm going to use Memento. We're just going to go black on orange. So this is Calypso Coral. So not quite orange, but kind of adjacent to orange. So we're going to stamp a tree here. And we're going to stamp a tree here. And then we've got some stars that we're going to add in the background because, right, Halloween, it's kind of a nighttime thing. And then there's also a fun splatter stamp in there. And again, you know, I love me some good splatter. So we're going to add that kind of along, just kind of turn it so that it looks like it's coming from all different directions. And then we're going to use our bone folder and we're going to fold on the score lines. So just give that a press. 1, 2, and 3. And then using our tear and tape, good old tear and tape. This is our very, very sticky tape. It works excellent for anything that has a bit of movement, or it's got the ability to pop open. So because these fold pieces are kind of small, you want to use that extra strong tape so that when you have a gift card moving in and out of our pocket, it's not going to fall apart. So here we're going to use our take your pick tool. We're going to pull off that backing. And here again, we've got that. And one more. Just like that. Okay, so here we've got the second piece, and we're going to use the score lines to line up the pocket. And that's going to be now the back of our pocket. Because we're not putting this on a card, we're just going to let the pocket do the work. So now I'm going to bring in, you can use your paper cutter, or you could use a set of scissors. I'm going to bring in my snips here and just trim off the back. These make really nice, if you're going to stamp a greeting with a little angled end, it's kind of done all the work for you there. They're nice and straight. So now we've got our pocket. So bringing back in our little bow, I'm going to skip ahead and show you the finished one. And here is our little Halloween gift card. So this is not a Halloween themed Starbucks card, but you know, obviously you could pick any gift card that'll match what your cardstock is. So there, I just added a ribbon to it so it's easier to pull out, and you can see how that Peaceful Evergreens can become kind of a spooky stamp set instead. So here we've got our gift card and the ability to use the bow that's included in the dies. Here we've got our faux watercolor tree, and then here we have our little silhouette sunset. So if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Head to my online store and you can shop away. The link is here in the comments. And remember, our Demonstrator Starter Kit is the best deal. So you can pick $206 worth of products for only $135 until October 31st. There's no shipping or GST charge, so there's extra savings included in our starter kit. So this is a really great deal. You get to join my Cloud9 Stampers community. We're a fun-loving group of crafters. And whatever reason you decide to buy the starter kit is the right reason. So don't worry, if you are a hobby demonstrator who likes to craft and get a discount, the starter kit is for you too. Have an amazing weekend, my friends. I hope that you enjoy some of this fall weather. I hope you get to enjoy a pumpkin spice latte or two. And yeah, I'm going to have dinner with my brother on Saturday. Bruce and I are going to see Bear Grease on Sunday afternoon. It's a show at the Citadel Theater here by some local artists, which I'm really, really excited about. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. Okay, friends, bye for now.